Welcome to Brickwall Cinema. I'm your host, Chance, and today we have Kyrie, Lola, and Sergio with us talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Apparently our most requested movie by 2 people.
Yes, it's because Sonic's awesome, and honestly, it's the best cinematic universe of all time.
I'm just waiting for them to introduce Scourge, bro. Where's Scourge?
Nah, bro. I'm waiting for Silver. Where's Silver?
Bro, you're such a casual, bro. You're such a casual.
You just don't like
I'm waiting for Scourge, bro. Only real ones know about Scourge.
What about Mighty?
I know about Scourge. You showed me Scourge. What the heck? And Mighty. Who's Mighty? Do you mean the Bumblebee thing I keep saying?
No. That's Charmy. Mighty is the armadillo guy.
Oh, I haven't. That's cool.
Yeah, he used to be in one of the old Knuckles games where it was just Knuckles and Team Chaotix.
Right.
But he hasn't showed up in a long time except for like a few comics.
I know Amy. That's the first.
Amy is really cool. That's okay. I like Amy.
You know,
cool.
I noticed that with a lot of Sonic media nowadays, they go with mostly those main casts. But I'm wondering if they would ever actually bring in some older characters, like from the Sonic cartoons.
Oh, clearly, Sergio, you haven't seen the most recent Sonic meme that's been coming out every day.
What is it?
Okay, essentially, I've seen this on TikTok a lot, where it's just a song will be playing. Like the one I saw, it was Live and Learn playing Shadow Song, and then it said what Abby's basement is gonna look like by the end of the SCU, Sonic Cinematic Universe, and there's literally all the Sonic characters in one room in the attic.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm waiting for Ray. Ray?
Who the fuck is Ray?
Scourge? You don't know who Ray is?
I don't think I know who Ray is either.
It's fine.
Honestly, I'm really excited.
Is he the alligator?
Ray the flying squirrel?
I know Ray the flying squirrel. I don't care about it as much as you, but she seems cool.
All right, now let's go into our impressions. Let's go on our thoughts on the movie.
All right, who wants to go first?
Okay, so you can go first, Sergio. Yeah, I'll let you go first, I suppose.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. You can go.
Okay. All right. I personally really like this movie. It is really great how they took a lot of inspiration from the Sonic 2 Adventure 2, and I grew up playing that game, so seeing this on the big screen, it was so awesome to see it. And with the way they adapted Shadow's character into this new universe for Sonic, it's just I like it so much. And this one is actually quite a bit darker than some of the other retellings.
What about you, Lola? What are your thoughts?
I'm glad you asked. Well, actually, no, I was kidding. I do agree with everything Sergio is saying. I haven't played any of the games. I've only seen a few playthroughs, but I really like how they integrated the games into the movies. I think that's really cool because a lot of people who played the games have told me it's very true to the game. So a lot of gaming nerds love that. So I think that's awesome. And personally, I just really love the characters. Each time I watch like each of the movies, I just get really excited and I'm really into it. They're really fun. I love everything. Tails is awesome. I don't care what you say, Kyrie. I don't care if you're saying I'm being basic. Tails is awesome.
You are basic. It's fun. It's fun to know what you are. Tails is the most annoying character there. I said he is like an NPC in real life. You're calling me out. It's not even my turn.
Wow. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna. Is that what you want to hear?
No, wait, what?
Oh, wow. Where did that come from?
That felt premeditated. Like it felt like you've been wanting to say that for a while.
Oh no, that means she's actually gonna do it.
She has plans.
Yes.
All you kids out there that wanted to hear us talk about Sonic 3, here you go.
Wait, I thought you were gonna cut that out.
This is what you wanted.
Wait, do kids actually listen to us? Do kids listen to us?
Yeah, I thought you would cut this out.
I know one.
It's supposed to be for.
It's like a high schooler.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But as I was saying, I'm really excited to see more of the characters. And wait, can I talk about like spoilers?
Yeah,
the
go
movie's
ahead.
already been out for a while. Okay. In the after credit scene of Sonic 3, I got so excited. Metal Sonic and Amy are gonna be in the same movie. That's awesome.
That's crazy, man.
Exactly. And Metal looks so cool. They all look so good, which is really great, especially when you consider ugly Sonic. Like, I don't know how that
Sonic?
got past anybody. Yes,
Sonic?
literally saying it.
I love
Sonic.
I
Sonic.
love saying it. I love ugly Sonic.
That's
Yes.
Sonic.
Get out.
Sonic.
Get out.
No, he
We all
defended
know he
himself.
looked bad. That did not look
It's
like
fine,
Sonic.
Lola. We know you're basic.
No, I
You
mean
don't
I
have to
loved him
tell.
in Chippendale.
Oh, you mean that Sonic? We're talking about a different Sonic.
No,
We're
Wait.
talking about how
Sonic.
they tried to make Sonic look in the original
Yeah,
Rendering.
That's what I
okay,
mean.
okay.
like trailer. That was horrible. Like,
Yeah.
imagine if Shadow and Knuckles and Tails looked like that. Oh my god.
yeah. I liked the design. I mean, I liked the
God.
character when he was in Chippendale.
You like the character. You like the character that was in the movie of Chippendale for 10 minutes.
He had a big part in it.
You know what?
He
Actually,
he
I'm
had his own
not
TV show.
You're allowed
Ugly Sonic,
to like
Uglier
what you
Crime.
like, Chance.
Damn.
No, you know what? Actually, you're allowed to like what you like, babe. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not gonna be.
Yeah,
a
I'm not
hater.
gonna.
If
I'm not
you
gonna
like
act like
the
it's not
Sonic,
a good idea to not like Chippendale. I love Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
exactly. You love that.
Yeah,
But personally, I'm glad with the newer Sonic that we have received and loved. He's awesome. He looks great. And I'm really excited to see Rouge too. I don't care who says that's basic. Rouge is awesome. She's awesome.
who's saying this
And I love
stuff? You saying-
Kyrie!
yeah, I had a feeling. Like, I don't know
Oh.
any random people just saying
Oh,
Rouge
those
is
are saying
basic.
that- guys, I think she needs to get checked. I'm not going. I don't know who's saying this.
What? Your username's the Diddler. What are you talking about?
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
Wait, that's what it says? I
Yeah.
thought it was something different. I thought it was something different.
It was. He changed it halfway through.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, don't worry about my name. My name has nothing to do with my opinions. But
Better
your
hide your baby,
opinions are so basic.
Are you mocking him?
Yeah.
Because she's hating. She's a hater.
What? I'm not hating on you. I'm hating on you. Hating on my characters that I love.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now.
Hating on you specifically. I'm hating on you. Hating on the characters whom I know and love.
That's hating.
Like, how would you feel if
Hating on
I
the
just
fake
said
characters.
Scourge
I'm
can
giving
actually
strong
jump off a
characters.
cliff? Like, you wouldn't like that, bro. You suck.
Anyway, so I kind of like the movie. I mean, I don't like it as much as Sonic 2, but it was a good movie. Better than the
Ooh,
first
Sonic
one.
2's your favorite.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Wait, what do you mean by that? They're all amazing. What do you mean by that?
I mean, first one was all right. Second one was,
Mm,
well, to be fair, I had a really shitty experience when I first saw it. When I first saw it in the theaters, I came in 10 minutes later. So I came in once once the owl died. So I already missed the opening to the movie and I had no idea what was going on. And I had a bunch of kids surrounding me, annoying the crap out of me. And I can't say anything when they lose their mind over it because it's a freaking Sonic movie. And what kind of a man would I be telling a kid to shut up? I'm watching Sonic.
I
So
mean,
I'm just
honestly,
stuck there.
That's kind of real. That's
Should've
kind of real.
punched him.
But also,
Should've punched him. Let
wait,
him know.
what? Oh my
Let him know.
gosh.
Okay.
Nobody should
Actions
be
have
punching anybody.
consequences.
What? They're kids enjoying the chili cheese dog eating hedgehog.
Yeah, that also pissed me off.
Exactly.
I'm a
What?
Sonic. I'm
But
an
You're
Sonic
telling
OG.
me
has
that-
Let me
always
explain.
been
Let me
feelings.
explain.
It's gonna ruin my
Whoa,
experience.
whoa, one at a time, one at a time. We're getting
Kevin
lost.
Hart,
I can't
let
hear
me
it.
explain.
I'm lost already. Wait,
Oh,
I'm
shit,
confused.
no.
I'm confused. Are you
Let me
mad that the
explain.
kids were there, or are you mad at Sonic liking chili cheese?
Let me
dogs?
talk about the chili
What's going
dog
on?
scene. So, I am an
Oh,
OG
geez.
Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn Sonic fan. I like the old cartoon, not the Sonic Sat AM one where he's in a dystopian universe ruled by Eggman. I like the one where he was with the chicken, the robot chicken, and the robot, the other robot. What the fuck are you talking about, Kyrie? I can hear you in the
What?
background.
Oh, I was just singing a little song.
Let him sing.
Let me
It's a
talk.
musical.
Oh, sorry,
Okay,
you just
then
got me
stop.
thinking. You just got me
So
thinking.
when they mention chili dogs, I get excited like, oh, they're gonna have to mention chili dogs. That's his favorite thing. And when I do it in the Sonic movie, it's for a bit of him farting. He farts like, ooh, those chili dogs.
Oh, actually, since we're going on
What?
those things, can we talk about like the things that we didn't enjoy from some things that they put in the movies?
Go ahead.
I don't know about you, but I enjoyed everything. No,
Right.
I'm playing. What didn't you enjoy?
A lot of things I did enjoy, like how they took a lot of reference from from the newest movie from the games that actually worked out really good. One of the things that I honestly did not like from the movies is the fact is they tried to lean on some of the kid humor. As the movies have gone on, they started to lean less and less on that. Like in the first movie, they leaned pretty heavy into kid humor.
They had a
Like-
kid.
like with me and Yeah, with like Chance, you can remember like how they had a bunch of of the time, like kind of like where they had Sonic flossing and then just like a bunch of kid humor.
Yeah,
There
it
were some
pissed
parts
me
that
off.
worked, some parts that didn't. Some parts that it didn't.
He did flossing 2 years after it was dead.
Yeah, and then it did in the sequel.
Yeah.
First,
And the sequel was alright because it was done by an insane character.
Yeah.
I guess I don't think it was that far off from Sonic's personality from the TV shows I've watched, though. But you're allowed not to like that. It's kind of dumb.
But you're a Sonic
But
Boom fan. There's
for
different
me
generations
personally,
of
that
Sonic
didn't
fans.
ruin my experience.
We're all different generations of Sonic fans. I guess me, I'm an OG Sonic fan, like late 90s, early 2000s Sonic fan. Sergio's a Sonic X fan. Lola, you're a Sonic Boom fan. Kyrie,
Wait, hold up! I saw Sonic X 2!
You're dirty.
Uh-oh.
I saw Sonic X 2!
I choose one of those dirty ones.
I like Sonic X 2! I like all of the Sonic shows. The only one I haven't seen is the one with, I'm assuming, non-canonical siblings, because I've never heard anyone say that the
what,
siblings...
Sonic Underground.
It's Sonic Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that's canon.
It's a different universe. Different universe.
You forgot about
Okay, different universe. It's a different universe within the Sonic SCU.
Mythos.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, how dare you, Chance?
I'm just saying.
I live and breathe the Sonic.
I'm the real OG here.
Yes. You know what?
Let's just get all the misconceptions. I'm the real OG.
Sure.
I have the comics.
Sure.
I have the backing.
Sure.
I know all the theme songs by heart. You know, do you know what I went through? You know the steps I went through. I am the real OG here.
Tell us about the struggle, Kyrie.
I've seen every series.
I don't care, Kyrie. You're an old man. But what are your opinions? What are your Sonic opinions? I do like when you talk about Sonic. When you're not being a butthead.
I liked it more than the second one. The third one, it wrapped it all together. And also, you were correct. I like the, spoiler warning, the addition of Metal Sonic at the end. It was a good cliffhanger. And they already knew that they had this movie in the bag. I like this movie more than the second one because not only they had references, they had Shadow with the gun. I mean, it was a laser, but like Shadow motorcycle, Shadow gun. Like we had so many of these references from the old games and the TV shows, which was pretty good. You had...
Yes, the Hot Topic wannabe line. I love that line. Continue.
Basically, there's a scene where, Sonic... he's fighting Shadow. They're in the Sonic scene. They're like fighting. And there's a scene where he hits the mountain and he pushes the mountain back. As somebody who was just living in reality, I was like, that took me out of the movie for 5 seconds. And I even told Lola this after I watched the movie. I was like, how is this possible that he pushed the mountain back? This is the smallest gripe ever in the entire movie. But that's the one thing I still think about to this day.
Yeah.
But other than that, movie was pretty good. I like the whole slicing of the moon scene. I like the whole dynamic between,
Wait, the whole action scene of them fighting in their super forms.
Yeah.
And it's only the moving of the mountain that took you out of it and not the slicing of the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't question it because I just thought of it like an anime fight scene, like something you see in Dragon Ball. I have not seen Dragon Ball, by the way. So
you do like anime?
No,
sorry.
I
continue.
The truth
what I was going to say was I like that. I like that scene. I really do like that scene. I just said I just didn't question it because they're just fucking going. They don't tell you how powerful they are. They just say that like they're super powerful. There's no limit. They didn't show us any limit to their power as Supersonic or Super Shadow.
Oh,
I think that was the whole.
No, it's okay. I get it now, babe. You're an otaku and hiding.
I'm sorry. What the fuck is an otaku?
I think that was the.
You want to hide your anime though.
It's someone who likes anime.
No, baby. Like I'm not.
But you're in hiding. You're a closeted otaku.
I'm not in the closet, babe.
Hey, I said closeted otaku. I was specific. You're not.
I'm not a taco in the closet, okay?
Taco closet.
Yeah. But continue, Sergio.
All right. I remember them saying like how Knuckles was talking about the lore of the Chaos Emeralds back in the second movie. They said that they become literal gods in their super form. So the fact that they do all this crazy stuff is not that surprising to me. They even done some of this stuff in the comics and the games at points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. It's just kind of like, to me, it like went against, like, they're doing all these, super powerful, fantastical things, which I liked. But it was just for like that 5 seconds where, they it just didn't follow physics. And my brain was just like, oh, that doesn't really make sense.
But Sonic itself doesn't follow that I know of, unless he does in the comic.
Actually, in the comics, there's actually at one point in the comics that Sonic actually was able to move while time was frozen, and that's before he even had the Super Emeralds.
Yeah, isn't he canonically faster than the Flash?
It's debatable because
it said that in the most recent comic.
Nah,
he was saying that I am speed, and then Sonic said I am speed personified.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't know
not.
if
It's not. They didn't like. That's not. That doesn't.
they
It
didn't explicitly
was just
say it.
banter. I didn't finish reading the
Got it.
comic, but that was just witty banter.
It's hard to say
Oh.
because there's been so many iterations of Sonic and the Flash, and even different versions of the Flash. That's really hard to nail down their speed because their speed is supposed to be going beyond limits. Like the Flash has outrun death itself. Sonic was able to move faster than actual stopped time. Like time was not moving even a nanosecond,
I
and he was
mean,
moving faster than the eye could see.
Flash reverse
Yeah.
time. I mean, I feel like that's even crazier than stopping time. To stop time, all you have to do is move faster than the speed of light,
Yeah.
and time basically stopped for you. But like, for everyone else, I don't know.
Yeah.
All the
Other than
armies
that,
out there.
but okay, back to the
That's
movie.
crazy.
Back to the movie. But I like the building of the lore. That was my favorite part of this
Yes,
movie
the
specifically. The
lore.
building of the lore. I
Yes.
enjoyed it. The second movie laid the foundation. The third movie built a house. And I really enjoyed that part. Like, with the addition of, they snuck in Amy at the end. They snuck in Metal Sonic, and it seems like they're slowly going. I think they're going in the direction of like they're going to start adding the freedom fighters. Probably Silver is going to be in this next,
Yes.
and and I'm just interested of how they're going to tie in this owl character, whoever is his mother figure, and like the whole echidna, how the echidnas, and then however this all plays a part. And hopefully they add Sally. What if Sally's part of this? That would be cool too. But
That would make sense, except for the one fact that in order for Sally to be like a part of the Freedom Fighters or anything like that, Eggman would have to somehow get to their universe and try to take over that world, which he already stopped trying to do in this recent one, where he kind of had his own redemption. So it wouldn't
we
really make
don't know
sense
where these
for
Metal Sonics are coming from.
huh?
But we don't know where these Metal Sonics are coming from. There's only
Yeah. I
Oh,
assume they're
yeah,
coming from
true.
the Eggman. Not the Eggman, but a Eggman.
Do you think they're gonna have
I
Jim
guess-
Carrey back for the next movie?
Well, yeah, he's going to be back, but I'm saying it's not going to be our Eggman. It's going to be another Eggman.
Oh, that actually could tie into Silver's timeline where they have Eggman Mega.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be like. Something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's basically like an older version of Eggman, but he's like way worse because it's the future.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, speaking of Eggman, do you think Grandpa Eggman is going to remain dead? Is that like canonical with
Oh,
the
yeah,
other
I
comic?
think
Can we talk
I think
about?
so.
I
Yeah,
want to talk about Jim
definitely.
Carrey now. I want to talk about the Eggman.
Okay.
The effect for both Ivo and Gerald was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was
Oh,
really good.
yes. That was amazing.
Jim Carrey
Top
knocked it
tier.
out the park with these roles because he actually felt like they're two different characters. And funny enough, he had great chemistry with himself.
I know. Who would have
I really
thought?
don't know how
He has
does
great
that whole-
chemistry with himself. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Even the scene of Gerald
Mhm.
dying was one of the funniest things I've seen all year because
Oh, yeah.
And
he
I have
just
to say
died like a
this,
bug
they had
zapper.
Yes, that was funny. I love the dancing scene. The dancing scene is awesome.
Best dancing scene in the movie.
Ever?
Oh, for sure. Yes,
Yeah.
peak cinema.
You guys, how did you guys like the evolution to him finally becoming the Eggman we all know and love?
I loved it. I love how they did that. I thought that was awesome. First he went bald, then he got fat in the Mushroom Kingdom.
And
That was
I
awesome.
was watching a video, and like you can notice like how slowly he goes crazy, because at the
Mm.
beginning of the first movie, he like says like he's never wrong, and like all his calculations are 100% correct. And by the end of the movie, he ends up being wrong once, and then he ends up going insane from being on that place, for the second time. And then you notice like he doesn't really he's like more and more wrong, and his calculations go more and more wrong as he's from the second movie to now the third movie, where he has his squabble with his grandfather. And like you can see the whole evolution to him becoming, the crazy Eggman that we all love. Going from basically Dr. Robotnik to Eggman. I really like that.
I have to
Yes,
say this
you're
is
about
compared to like other incarnations, this is a much more watered down kind of version of Robotnik. Like besides Sonic Boom, he doesn't really
Mm.
do too much that makes him like an evil villain before actually becoming into the movie. Besides just having an ego.
And being crazy.
Mm.
I mean, I kind of like that. I kind of like
Yeah.
it. It kind of brings a more realistic approach to the character, but also having its own Jim Carrey flair. I don't think any other actor could have really done the role.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
saying that the-
definitely think another actor playing him.
Can we-
Also, there's something I really want to talk about in this movie that I was really surprised that they brought up. So, within the Sonic Rings thing, I thought you can't lose all the rings. I thought it was like a cartoon thing where he just never runs out of rings. But then
It's in the
Knuckles
game.
and Tails talk about that, and then they're like, "Wow, this is the last ring." And I was like, "Wait, they're gonna run out?"
It's in the game.
Babe, I literally just said I've never played the game.
But babe, they're in the game.
I
Yeah, I know
just
I'm
said
messing with you.
Oh my god. Okay, but I told you I never played the games. But I was really surprised that they did. I thought it was just gonna be a thing where he always has the rings. And then that just makes me think, are they really gonna run out? Are they gonna somehow get more? How does that tie into everything? And also, where is the emerald, the master emerald at the end of this movie? We never see him get it back after the fight scene with him and Shadow.
Well, to be fair,
Like,
the movie just kind of ends.
Where's the emerald now? I know, but like that leaves a big question. I thought that was weird how they never talked about that since they talked about the rings
They
and how
never-
they're gone now.
Well, they never mentioned where it was in the last movie either. They didn't say, let's give it to Wade. They just said it had in the cooler.
Yeah, but they did talk about it because that's in the series. That's on Paramount Plus.
I don't remember that. And Knuckles?
Probably not everybody watched it, but they brought it up. I thought you watched Knuckles.
I did watch
He doesn't
Knuckles. It
remember.
was so forgettable. I remember
Oh
that
my
there was
gosh.
bowling.
Then clearly you don't pay attention.
No, it was
You gotta
like
pay attention.
Lola, it was the Wade show featuring Knuckles. I was kind of pissed off that was basically the show.
It should have definitely been more Knuckles based, but I kind of like how Knuckles was going on hijinks with Wade
Yeah,
to give Wade more character.
Yeah, it
'Cause
was-
we never really see Wade now. I know you probably like that, but I was like, I like Wade.
I do like that,
He's
but
silly.
for not what you expect. Not because I don't like him.
I want to
I
see.
like the
I wanna see
actor.
Wade have
but-
a character. I want to see Wade have a character arc. I want to see Wade improve. I want to see more person.
See,
But I know everyone is definitely more interested in the Hedgehogs, and I can't lie. I am too, but I'm just saying. I would like to see Wade have a character arc of sorts.
I do like this about every movie. Every movie gets less and less humans in it. It just focuses on the main characters. That I really like about it.
I like that. I like that too.
I can agree.
Hoping
That's a
in the
good
next
point.
movie they actually are on another world, and that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
Earth, because I'm kind of getting tired of Earth
Oh,
in general.
really?
Like, yeah, I'm hoping it's actually on another planet, and they actually go explore this other world, because he has the rings, and these rings can take him to these other worlds that we just have not explored yet, and that's the only place that we can go at this point.
I guess, but he just ran out of rings, so I don't see that happening unless he gets taken in the next movie to another universe, like not by his choice.
Oh wait, do you think that's what they're gonna
Taking this
do?
movie-
Where they-
Do you think that's how they're gonna explain how Amy got into that world?
Well, they said it's
Well,
not
obviously
only
they're gonna have to.
well because remember in the first movie they said
But then again,
okay.
what if Tails flied there? I'm sorry to interrupt, but Tails flied from his wherever he lives to Earth, so it is within flying distance. So what if they fly with Tails back to that or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that was a plot hole in the second movie I didn't like. The fact that Tails
you
just
don't like
kinda
that?
came out of nowhere.
But I assume Earth isn't that far from Sonic's universe. That's what I just assumed. I don't know if that's true or not. But continue, Chance.
I was gonna say that in the first movie they mentioned how the rings aren't only for Sonic; they're the main source of transportation for all these creatures.
Oh, then Tails probably used the rings.
Yeah,
too,
that's how it did.
huh?
In end
That
of
would
the
make
first
sense.
movie, that's what happened.
Well, they never stated that.
They showed it. They showed
They
him
never
about the
stated
ring.
it.
He did?
I
They
did not see that
Yeah.
happen. What?
I didn't see that happen either.
No, we're rewatching that later because I did not see that happen.
Yeah,
I
know
don't
I'm
remember
right.
that either.
I know
Yeah,
I'm right.
I don't remember that at all. We're gonna rewatch that.
I have it right here. At least I
But,
can
okay.
find it because I know I'm right. See? Yeah.
Why do you always have to be right? What is with that?
He jumps through the ring at the end of the movie. So they have rings, but then they run out of rings in the third movie, right?
Wait, then that still leaves another plot hole. How did they run out of the rings? Because we've only seen them use the rings a few times, and Sonic had a whole bag full. So now I just have
So
to.
wait, where are Tails' rings?
Yeah, where are Tails' rings now?
I don't think that
Okay.
Tails actually cares about going back because
Oh,
was
he
on the-
would because he said
Right.
but I thought he did because in the second movie he literally says, "Oh, I'm not helping you with this." When Sonic says for him to go with him, he planned on going back home. He just came here to meet his hero and warn him about what's going on.
All right, we should start
Oh.
wrapping this up. Let's go to our ratings. Sergio, you go first.
Me, I would give this a 4 out of 5. I personally liked a lot of stuff in the movie. However, there were a few instances I saw where it felt like it's more that they're still gearing towards
Okay.
kids mostly, even though they do like give a lot of fan service to older fans of this franchise. And there was a lot of great stuff in there that you could really enjoy at any age. But I do feel like some parts were mostly meant for kids.
That's fair.
Yeah. What about you, Lola?
I would give this Sonic movie 5 out of 5. I loved it. Love it. It's awesome. Everything
Alright.
about this movie is peak cinema. I don't care what anyone says.
Okay. I feel like that's a jab at me, but okay. What about you, Diddler?
What? Why would that?
I have to give this movie I give it the 3.5 out of 5. The reason I'm giving it a 3.5, I think the next movie will be better. So I'm already having that. I'm calculating that into this rating. Also,
Mhm.
two things I remember not liking about this movie was the scene, what was it? The chow scene. Oh
Mhm.
my god. That scene, I hated that scene. Oh my god. And also I don't like the development of
The
Tails as a
child.
character as of right now. Tails really seems like an NPC. He doesn't really have anything. Like he literally seems like to me an NPC that is just like, let's go, Sonic. Like I like how they develop Knuckles into his own character. He has his own personality. Sonic has his own personality. Shadow has his own personality. But Tails, I feel as though as a character right now, he's lacking. And to me, I've currently seen it. I understand that he's the youngest character in the cast, but still, as a character, like for someone to be a genius and to fly here and do all these other things, he's not really saying a lot and he's not really doing a lot. I wish they would give him more of a like of character growth and development and really, you know, go in depth with this character and make him stand out a little bit more. That's one thing I do appreciate. But other than that, I like the fight scenes. I like the ending. I give it a 3 out of 5. Oh, wait, 3.5 out of 5.
All right then, man. Nice. So I'm gonna give it same rating as you, 3.5. I did like it, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I liked it not as much as I did. I liked Sonic 2 more, and I gave that one 4 out of 5. I feel like it's a good in between.
Oh, okay.
Because I gave the first one
Why do
3
you like Sonic 2 more then?
because I feel like it was more focused in a way where it
Okay.
was a good balance between humor, actual funny humor, between not only just Robotnik, but also with Sonic, gives some funny storylines. And also the action was cooler. And also gave sort of balance between the humans and the creatures. Like I like the scene with the wedding. Shoot me. I don't care. I like that scene. It was funny. I thought it was interesting. Like,
You did.
I honestly was like,
Oh, you're allowed to like that scene.
yeah, I found it interesting. I'm like,
Good.
this is weird. I wasn't like a kid saying, when are they going to get to the fireworks factory? But I was like, I'm fine with staying here for a little bit. This is kind of funny to me. Like the Sonic 2 movie is hijacked by a movie from BET, like a Tyler Perry movie, just in between this movie, which I think is funny.
Okay.
I do like Shadow though. I'll mention that before I say it. Shadow bumped it up a notch for me. He was badass in this, and Keanu Reeves nailed it with the voice. But yeah,
I think that was a great
I think that's it
synopsis.
for the episode. Have a cinematic day, everyone.
Have a cinematic night, everyone.
Might be daytime when you hear it.